Western Star trucks are built to last, no matter how hard the job. And nowhere is that more apparent than on the Portland Truck Plant's 1,200-foot-long chassis assembly line. It runs the length of the entire building. Every custom-built truck chassis starts here with a pair of rugged frame rails that have holes pre-punched for the components that each customer specifies. Then technicians add heavy-duty cross members, brackets, spring hangers, and air tanks before installing the axles and suspension. Here you can see all the frame rails lined up outside per serial number, ready to come in for assembly. You can tell by all the different lengths and thicknesses how many different trucks we can build here in one day. These frame rails are punched out, not drilled, by a computer diagram. Then they are flanged, then they are shot peened, and then they're E-coated. The shot peening is like a swarm of very tiny little steel BBs that hit all around the outside of each hole, both sides. And what that does is it reduces stress risers in it to give you a very long frame life. You can see here behind me, they're assembling the frames by sticking them inside a jig, placing the cross members inside, and then the hydraulic cylinders will fold up that frame into the cross members. One of the big questions we get all the time with Western Star is, why don't you use a huck fastener? Well, if you look at this, it's a very simple piece and it's got only two pieces to it. You also can't hook onto it with a wrench. The only way to install these is with a special tool. So when you're in the field, how are you going to hook onto this with a wrench? You can't. So at Western Star, what we use is a grade 8 fine threaded cap screw, 2 hardened washers, and a steel lock nut. As you can see, it's easy to get on here with a wrench. It's easy to get on here with a wrench. You can undo it from either end. That's 4 pieces versus 2. It's going to take a little bit longer to install, but it's going to give you value in the field because you can undo it and you can replace it. So anytime you need to work on your chassis, you do not need to grab a cutting torch, which is the only way to take off a huck fastener, and you can get on this with a wrench and a ratchet and undo it. So that gives you better value in the field, so you can take it apart and fix it anytime.